Hello everyone, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today is episode 2nd of Finish What You Started. So this lovely card that you see here is a very first card that I bought for Gaslands, and I buy 3 of them altogether. And this is how the original looks like. So a real looker. It's very good for, well, pretty much everything Gaslands, in my opinion anyway. And here we have his brother converted and painted. I really didn't do much about him. I just cut out the back window, throw the barrel, added 6 skulls and some armor plating, as well as on the back of the barrel we can see in here I added a cheap jewelry chain. I bought a piece of jewelry in pawn shop and just used this very fine chain to chain it up, and in here we have a little bit of onion net, being as a masking net for the car. I painted him this in the military style, and it's very sloppy. I used a lot of pigments on the wheels and on the side. This car only have the hood open, but I cut out the side doors to put a full armor plate, so he looks like he really went through a lot during the post-apocalypse, I guess. And now we have a second one that I already showed before with the flags. I didn't do much painting, like I said. I only painted the front, finished up the engine, painted the little squares, and all of the white plastic art pieces, you know, the metal grading and the pieces in the windows. And you know, when I was cutting out the front, of course the hood have to go. But again, I used a weathering pigments made out of chalk pastels to weather him, and you know, all of those squares are got painted blue and red. I don't know, I just like the way they turn out. And well, yeah, and you know, the flags are very simple to do. They are just pieces of plastic card bent on a paper clip. And next fit, Sid finally got his weapon back. It's not the original weapon I put on that car at the beginning, because the original weapon was from 176 tank. It was a mounted weapon. It looked, in my opinion, better than this, but this is what I have. So this is a 3D printed gun, and in all of fairness, it didn't print it well because I didn't use any supports for it. So it did, when you look at here, it's very flat. It's supposed to be more rounded, so it didn't adhere to the base straight away properly. That's why it looks a little bit wonky, but other than that, Sid is back in action with his front-mounted machine gun. And thanks to this, that I have 3D printer. Like I said, I printed a couple of files from Thingiverse, and I have bikers. I painted them separate from bases and then glued them to this acrylic bases. Those bases are actually something what my wife is using for nail art, so I don't really know exactly what it is. But come on, get into the view. That's how I painted them. I have them in red jackets, green helmets and shoulder pads, blue bikes, and black trousers. and not much of weathering on them. I still might do it, but I'm not very eager on this little models, especially that I'm not a first class painter. I know how to block my colors, and you know, sometimes I come up with really nice paint jobs, but in most cases they are a little bit botched. So yeah, this is from Gaslands. Now let's switch to something bigger. These are a cryo chambers that I painted this week. Well, finished painting because they were already yellow. I needed to add some weathering to them and some details. And this is for my Necromunda table. I want to build a cryo lab. So in here we have 3 cryo chambers. There is some numbers in here and something on the display. I painted it with the goblin green, and in here you can see that there is a hole shot into the chamber itself, and I marked out with a green color a hand touching from inside. I don't know how well it turned out, but you know, I'm somewhat satisfied. It's not brilliant. And of course weathering with a little bit of spirits and brown chalk pastel. You can see it on the bottom, it's a little bit muddy, and the same actually is coming with these streaks. Those streaks are actually done with the chalk pastel instead of any kind of wash. So yeah, and in here you can see that I used a little bit of orange-ish colors to add some depth to this print. And like I said, 3D printer, I love it. I have it since the Christmas. It was my Christmas present for me. So I 3D printed Scrapjet for Orcs. It still requires a little bit of job, but for time being I don't have all the supplies I need to finish it. I don't have a flight base. So it is as finished as it's gonna be. Well, I still have to. So it's almost done, and it's gonna be done definitely by the next week. I 3D printed it from, like I said, from Thingiverse, and it's a lovely looking piece. Especially I like all the exhaust pipes on the side. What I want to do with it, what I think is missing, is the bombs. This piece doesn't have any bombs on the bottom, and I really think that it should have them. So I want to 3D print a couple more pieces for it and just decorate it. And as well, oh yeah, I missed some paint in here, and I still have to paint the glyphs on it. That's what I missed. And how you can see, it have a lot of gaps. Yeah, I just super glue it today because I'm almost done. Like I said, I was actually doing that before I started filming the video. I was finishing this guy. So he is almost done for this week, but he's gonna be a main event in next week because, well, he's gonna be finished and probably looking much better than he looks right now. And now for what I'm planning to finish this week, and I think that I'm gonna have to move the camera back. Yep. So just, oh, come on. So this is a piece of industrial terrain that I built out of a can some time ago, and I have these plastic lights from, well, building Gaslands, and this is from back of some sort of a truck. I built this months ago and just left it standing. This is actually a barrel from that same truck. I know it is a tractor, yeah, it was from tractor. And those in here, well, because of this, how far I moved, this doesn't pick up. This in here, the green things are from the tractor set as well. It's for plowing the fields. In here I have a plaster copy of a piece of the cities, the Imperial cities from Warhammer 40k, and then I use a lot of bottle caps. I love to use bottle caps, they are used in my terrain all the time. You can see in here the old lighter, a hair curler, and some other bits and pieces. Maybe if I lower the light it's gonna be better. Yeah, definitely catch the light. And of course some fuse and some other pieces that I just chop out from the computers and stuff like that. So that's gonna be probably finished next week because I really want to finally finish this piece. And on Tuesday this week, Morg and Gork have his Tuesday build off finally back this year. I was really waiting for it. And the team was Under the Sea. So me, loving World of Warcraft, I decided to build something connected with the Polaris, whatever you call the new nation in World of Warcraft. So this is a beginning of it. I still have to finish it. I have to make some doors, probably not here. I have to make some, well, I have to clean it definitely from all the super glue bits, because my goodness, not super glue, hot glue. I need to make some railing, some doors in here as well, and some windows in it, and then maybe some chimney as well. But this is a 5 hours worth of building, and unfortunately I didn't manage to finish it in the time that I had. Yeah. But it's, at least I went to the point where I was satisfied with the fact that I managed to finish the roof and all the wooden parts, because like the foam was only about 2 hours of work, and the roof and the rest took me about 4, sorry, not 6. So that's it. So yeah, that's the update for Finish What You Started. Thank you very much for watching, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and just share the love. Take care everyone, and have a lovely day.